Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A woman in the hospital tonight after a gravel hauler crashes into her garage. Police say the truck somehow left the road before crashing through the front yard of the home. This happened on Meridian Street near Jefferson Avenue in Grosse Ile. It happened right around 4:15 this afternoon. Megan Woods walks us through what happened and what police believe led to that crash.
This Grosse Ile couple was just enjoying their Saturday afternoon when a dump truck plowed through their driveway and their home. Both were hit, and this is what the scene looks like. Investigators are now sorting through the mess.
It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and all of a sudden this changes your life.
It's a striking view, a gravel hauler hidden under what used to be a Grosse Ile home's garage. This is what rescue crews saw when they arrived on scene.
Upon further looking into the situation, they realized that a resident of the home was actually run over by the gravel hauler. But the first officer in the scene had to clear some debris and take some drastic measures to get fire personnel on scene.
She's in the hospital, but the question remains, how does something like this happen?
The best we can tell you right now is that the gravel hauler left the roadway on the right-hand side, hit the shoulder, may have entered the ditch, caused it to lose its lane of travel, and then it ultimately went in between some trees. It struck a couple parked cars. Inside
one of those parked cars was the husband of the woman hit. He was parked in the driveway with the door open but has no injuries. Neither does the 75-year-old Carlton man who was driving the truck. Investigators say he is cooperating.
There's no reason for the person to leave the roadway at this point. There's no curves, there's no bends, speed limit's minimal. I know our detectives will get a search warrant to get information from the data box inside the commercial motor vehicle, and hopefully that can answer some questions for us.
The speed limit in that area is just 35 miles per hour. Police believe speed, alcohol, or drugs were not a factor in this crash. They also say that this couple has 2 children, and fortunately, they were not home during this crash. Live in Grosse Ile, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
All right. Thank you, Megan. Time now for a check of the weather on this Saturday night. Rain is making its way back into Metro Detroit. Let's get over to Brian now with a look at tonight's forecast and also that all-important Lions tailgate forecast, too.
Hey there, Sandra. We are keeping a few showers into the forecast here as you head toward 11 o'clock tonight before better rain chances for everyone move in heading into our Sunday. Exact Track 40 radar, a few showers west of Flint, the west of Howe, working off toward Lansing and down toward Jackson. Not what we had earlier this afternoon, where there were some places that saw heavy rain develop right after 6:30 tonight. We're going to keep some of that cloud cover in through the overnight as well. Tower cam over downtown Detroit. A little cloudy heading out this evening. Most everyone into the 70s, 75 right now, City Airport, as well as over in Grosse Ile, 75 at Metro Airport, 69 cooler right now in Ann Arbor, and 70 as you work over into Howe. That line of rain lined up right after 6:30 just to the west of Detroit from Flint down toward Jackson, producing some very heavy rainfall rates, and still a few showers on the radar, Lansing down toward Coldwater. While I think most everyone is dry into the overnight hours tonight, but cloudy, tomorrow will be a very wet day. We'll need the umbrella most of the day as we're only into the upper 70s by tomorrow afternoon. Much more in your full Forewarn forecast coming up in just a few minutes. And with rain on the radar, don't forget to download the Forewarn weather app. Get interactive radar and weather alerts at the palm of your hand. It's free. Search WDIV in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Sandra.
A gun salute at St. James Palace after the proclamation of King Charles III. It's the beginning of a new era in British history. The ceremony took place today at St. James Palace in London. A proclamation was read to the public from the balcony at the palace. Charles automatically became king when the Queen died Thursday, but today's ceremony is a key constitutional and ceremonial step to make it now official.
I am deeply aware of this great inheritance and of the duties and heavy responsibilities of sovereignty, which have now passed to me. In taking up these responsibilities, I shall strive to follow the inspiring example I have been set in upholding constitutional government and of the Commonwealth realms.
This is the first time the ceremony has been held since 1952, when Queen Elizabeth II took the throne, and the first time the event was televised. Two grandsons coming together to say goodbye to their grandmother. This is the first time Prince William and Prince Harry have been seen together in public since the Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June, where they didn't have any interaction at all. Sources say William reached out to Harry shortly before this walk, and you can see here the brothers with their wives, Catherine and Meghan, looking at some of the tributes to the Queen left by the gates of the castle before eventually greeting people who were there to offer their condolences. Meantime, Buckingham Palace officials have announced the funeral arrangements for Queen Elizabeth. Here's what we know right now. Her state funeral will be held on Monday, September 19th at Westminster Abbey in London. President Joe Biden and other world leaders are expected to attend. Palace officials say the public will have a chance to see the Queen's coffin as it travels from Balmoral Castle in Scotland to Edinburgh and then on to London, where her body will lie in state for 4 days starting on Wednesday. Britain has declared a national period of mourning. That period of mourning will last until the end of the day of her state funeral at Westminster Abbey. And of course, stay with Local 4 and click on Detroit.com. We'll have continuing coverage for you of the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Several Southfield businesses have been left to pick up the pieces today after items were stolen. We know at least 3 businesses on 12 Mile Road near Southfield Road reported their electronics were stolen. One of those 3 businesses is Complete Clarity, which offers youth tutoring and mental health services. The owner telling Local 4 the break-in is a huge setback.
We have our homeschooling program starting on Monday. We have people who were set to have therapy sessions today. Those had to be canceled. We have no way of reaching out to any of our parents or clients.
The business owners say they have already made police reports. There were no signs of forced entry except for one window that was shattered. Southfield police say they are investigating.